Hi there, I'm John Graham from Jon-Di Taxidermy. Just got a red stag come in from a client. Just give you a bit of a rundown on how to cape him out. So yeah, we'll just turn it off and we'll go through the process in a minute.
Right.
There's a few cuts you got to do first. First one's around his front leg. The second one's straight around his guts. The third one is down the back of his leg, and a lot of people, they'll go from there straight across to the other leg. Don't do that. You come straight down off the back leg and go straight back to that cut that you've made around his guts, and that gives you that big square flap on his guts for you to mount for a full shoulder mount. And then the other cut goes up the back. It runs straight up the back, and you stop about 4 inches away from the head. If you're capable, go straight to the back of the coronet that side, and straight to the back of the coronet that side, skinning the head out as you go. But I'll do that later on. But yeah, so they're the major cuts to knock the cape off. And if you're not confident enough, just cut him off at the back of the skull there and leave his head in there and get him to the taxidermist, or if he's small enough, you've got room in your freezer and you've got a freezer or whatever, or put him in an esky with some ice around him or something like that until you get him to a reputable taxidermist or whatever. So yeah, if you're not confident to do around his head, just get him on the cool and yeah.
I'll pull that flap open here so you can see that.
And you just keep on caping. Just keep on caping back. We're doing it in the shade today because it's a bit hot in the sun. And another thing too, on the front leg when you're taking the skin off, they've got a major vein that runs from their heart back down to their leg. It's their blood supply. And if you cut that, it goes all over the cape and it starts to decay straight away because of the blood. So try not to cut that. And that runs down the front of the leg. So he's just there. That's him there. Right. So if you cut that. So, as I said to you earlier, I'll explain it to you later. What we've done is we've come up to the back of the coronets with the cut, right up to the top, both sides, using a screwdriver, drive it in there and peel the skin back, ever so careful. Peel the skin back and use your scalpel to cut away from the back of the coronet. And this is the back of the ear there, so you skin down to, you put your finger in there, feel where you're at, hit the back of the ear, you cut down deep enough. If you're not sure, go a bit deeper, and then yeah, and then just continue with the screwdriver and the scalpel around either side of the coronet, and we'll explain to you in a minute.
Right.
Key thing when you're going to cape this out, especially the skull, is get a dressmaker's tape, piece of paper, scalpel blade or sharp knife, and a screwdriver for the coronets I said just a minute ago. Measure from the corner of his eye to the tip of his nose, 10 inches. Length of his head, 19 inches.
I'm on the wrong side of you there.
Length of his head, 19 inches. Length of his nose, 10 inches. You go around his neck. His neck went 26. And you go around his chest. His chest went 55. And those are pretty much the measurements, all you need to take to the taxidermist. It makes your mount a bit more, the skin will fit the mount a bit better. No worries. That's the cape taken off him. So we've put him in the freezer and lay him out a bit so we can get him cold. Don't wrap him up hot. because the likelihood of hair slip around his nose and his ears is pretty high. So you lay him out, get him cold, and then once he's cold, then roll him up, and then put him in the freezer. And yeah, and then you want to cut his antlers off, just cut him straight through the eyes, back of the head, straight through there like that. And yeah,